poppin', my people? Welcome back to another episode of the Radical Latino Show. It's your gracious host, the Radical Latino. What's going on? How y'all been? My week's been crazy. Basically not doing really much of anything but taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? A lot to discuss. By the way, if you guys are not going to my YouTube channel or not subscribed, go subscribe. It's the same name, The Radical Latino. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel because I've been dropping, videos of my thoughts, the things that's going on in the week. Things that I'm not putting on to the podcast, or probably things that I will touch on the podcast, and I'll probably go into greater detail, but things that come up that I'm not going to mention in the podcast that I want to talk about, I'm going to put up on YouTube. So go follow my page right now, The Radical Latino. Go follow that right now and subscribe, because I already posted up, a video of Amber Geiger, that white supremacist female cop who shot the black dude, Bolton John, up in Dallas. I made a video about that. There's like 3 parts already. That's my highest viewed video yet. I don't know, maybe because I'm calling her white supremacist or whatever the case is. The whole Cosby case, I made a video about that, which I'm gonna touch on in this episode. But I made a video about that. I made a video about other little things that interest me. You know what I'm saying? Made other little videos that interest me or whatever. So let's get into the shit. All right. The first thing I want to talk about is SixNine. SixNine. Holy shit. This dude. For those who don't know, SixNine's house got raided, not by the cops, but by the FBI. Yes. 6ix9ine's house got raided by the FBI. For what? I don't know, but there's a video out here showing that the FBI just came in there with a couple of Dodge Chargers, a bunch of boxes, and just put them inside the car, and his lawyer's out to the side, looking all worried on the phone and shit. But right now, 6ix9ine is overseas. He's international with his shit right now. He's doing shows or whatever the case is. He's overseas. So he hasn't been in the States for like past two months and a half. You know what I'm saying? So he's out doing his own thing, but his house got raided, and they said that they found a gun in his house. Now this is the thing. When it comes to the police and they want to just catch you and do anything to you, that's exactly what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? They can literally make up any little thing and say that, yo, we got you for this and that. That's what happened with Bobby Shmurda. Yeah, I don't know. Bobby Shmurda is not in jail right now for being part of a criminal gang. He's part because of conspiracy. Conspiracy that we believe that you're part of a criminal gang. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's in jail right now. He's not in jail because he started busting his gun or whatever the case is. Nah, they was like, wait a minute, we're gonna start investigating these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And let's find out. And they're gonna find something now. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what's happening with 6ix9ine right now. And I feel that's what they're gonna try to do. They're trying to do that to 6ix9ine. And right now, 6ix9ine's overseas. My best advice, if you're overseas, just stay overseas, bro. Dude, just stay overseas. Don't do shit. Don't come back. Just stay overseas, bro. Don't do anything. Just stay over there, get your money, do shows, make music, all that other shit. Forget the United States. Stay over there, because if you come back, most likely they're gonna arrest you. You know what I'm saying? Best believe they're gonna arrest you. Now, that's how white supremacy works. White supremacy is a power structure. You feel me? It doesn't really matter if you white like 6ix9ine or black like Bobby Shmurda. It doesn't really matter. To them, you are still a nigga to them. You feel me? That you still a nigga. So it doesn't really matter. This is how they see you. You know what I'm saying? This is how they see you. And yeah, 6ix9ine trolls and all that other shit. But in the end of the day, they all treat us the same. You know what I'm saying? They treat us as one big nigga. You feel me? So that's what's going on. That's what my thoughts are. Now, did anybody see Kanye West on that SNL shit? Holy fuck. Did anybody see Kanye West on SNL? Wow. My man came out with, the MAGA hat. You know what I'm saying? He came out with the MAGA hat. And he started, he started singing, and then he just started going on these little opioid rants. You know what I'm saying? My man started going to these little opioid rants. I'm gonna let you guys listen to a part of it. Check this out.
Try love, try love, try love. You see, they laughing at me. You heard them, they scream at me. They bully me. They bullied me backstage. They said, don't go out there with that hat on. They bullied me backstage. They bullied me. And then they say I'm in a sunken place. You want to see the sunken place? Okay, I'm going to listen to y'all now. Or I'm going to put my Superman cape on. Because this means you can't tell me what to do.
When he said, I'll put my Superman cape on, he grabbed the MAGA hat. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm going to put my Superman cape on. And he grabbed the MAGA hat like that's the Superman cape. Now check this out.
Or I'm going to put my Superman cape on. Because this means you can't tell me what to do. Follow your heart and stop following your mind. That's how we're controlled. That's how we're programmed. If you want the world to move forward, try love. Thank y'all for giving me this platform. I know some of y'all don't agree, but y'all be going at that man neck a lot, and I don't think it's actually that helpful. I think the universe has balance. 90% of news are liberal. 90% of TV, LA, New York, writers, rappers, musicians. So it's easy to make it seem like it's so one-sided. And I feel kind of free.
Alright, I'm gonna cut it right there. My man started singing. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Real talk. That's it. Kanye's done for me. Nah, it's over. Fuck Kanye West. I'm dead ass. Fuck yeah. He's done with me. It's over. You know why? Because this man, I don't know if these are one of his opioid rants or whatever the case is. The point is that my man is looking like a goddamn fool. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Kimmel, when he went to that show, he got stuck in one of the questions. Jimmy said, you said that George Bush doesn't care about black people. What's the difference between Donald Trump and George Bush? My man got stuck. He got stuck because he can't really define his coonery. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna call it out. Exactly what it is. He's cooning right now. You feel me? And this is what I just don't like. Like, why what are you getting? You know what? I don't know what's going on. Everybody that hooks up with the Kardashians, they become crackheads. They be on the pipe, on heroin. You know what I'm saying? And now somebody's like in his opioid rants, now becoming, a coon. Like, come on, dude. Are you serious? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And to me, I'm not going against because what he believes. Because let's be honest, that's not what he believes. He's on some shit right now. There's even a video of him saying, I'm not in my, proper state. I was in the medicated state. The thing is that I'm not going against him because that's what he believes. I'm going against him because he flip-flops. You know what I'm saying? He was super pro-black. You know what I mean? And now you're going to align yourself with a white supremacist? Are you serious? Especially a white supremacist like Donald Trump. Come on, bro. He's been endorsed by David Duke and the alt-right and all of them. Come on. Nobody cannot defend Donald Trump for him not being a white supremacist, bro. Are you serious? You can't come at me like that. Nah, so to me, I'm sorry. Kanye is dead. Kanye is dead. I don't want to hear nothing about Kanye. I don't care if his songs are hot. Them shits are going to be trashed. He aligned himself with a white supremacist. And that's how we gotta be. You know what I'm saying? That's what the episode of today is, but I'm not gonna get into the main topic just yet. You know what I'm saying? We have to, basically, what we have to is excommunicate all these collaborators around. You know what I mean? Even though if it's gonna hurt, if it's our mama, if it's gonna be our friends, if it's gonna be our cousins, doesn't really matter. We have to excommunicate these people from our lives because these are cancers. That's what we gotta do. These are cancers in our lives that we gotta excommunicate. But that's gonna be for later on in the episode. But let me get into the whole Bill Cosby sentencing. Well, actually, I'm not gonna get into that. What I'm gonna get into is the differences between Bill Cosby and Brett Kavanaugh. All right, that's what I'm gonna get into. So for those who don't know, Brett Kavanaugh got, he went amongst a hearing for his new job, and he's basically being interviewed. That's basically what it is. He's being interviewed, and they brought accusers on top of accusers that's coming out. Well, actually one, but there's more coming out now. One accuser saying that Brett and his friends gang raped her in a party back in the 80s or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he was there for. He was there for, basically that's what it is. It's a job interview, He's not in court. You feel me? So he's, on the stand, they're questioning this dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's coming up with the craziest excuses. Oh, I couldn't do that. Look at my calendar. That's the only proof he got, and all this other shit. And his accuser, she sounded genuine. You know what I'm saying? And all this other stuff. But this is what online on Twitter. This is what I was getting. I was getting a lot of Kavanaugh supporters and Bill Cosby's, the people going against him, going against Bill Cosby. And that's what I kept on getting. I kept on getting a narrative of, well, how come these women are just coming out of nowhere 30-something years later? That's bullshit. That's not believable. Blah, blah, blah. Mind you, Bill Cosby got accused of the same thing. He's not in jail for rape. We have to be 100% clear. He's not in jail for rape. He's in jail for sexual assault. That doesn't mean rape. Sexual assault means many different things. You feel me? Bill Cosby is in jail for basically the same thing. Kavanaugh is getting accused of being inappropriate while he's touching. You know what I'm saying? He's touching inappropriately. Guess what? Bill Cosby is being accused of the same thing. That's why he's in jail now. And his biggest accuser was his constant, which you guys will probably go to my YouTube. You will see part 1, part 2, and all of them. I call her a liar, and I got receipts for that. But the thing is, that's what he's in jail for. He's in jail for touching, that's all. He's just in jail for touching. Tocando, like that. He's like that. Touching this. That's what he's in jail for. But why is it so different with Kavanaugh? That's what my big question is. Why so different with Kavanaugh? So you guys don't believe him because these women are coming back 30-something years later? That's the same thing that happened to Cosby, but y'all buried him. So what's the difference here? Oh, and then I hear is, oh no, it's the amount of women. It's only one woman. One woman, 2 more has come out against Kavanaugh and say, yeah, guess what? You know what I'm saying? Guess what? I got raped too and all this other bullshit. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter the amount of women now. That's what it is a number of women. Isn't it bad enough that only one got raped? You feel me? So this whole double standard shit, that's what we gotta get off that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's what my biggest thing was, that these people were going at him and basically supporting him, saying that no, well, this is not it. You know what? Check this out. Check this out.
In Bozeman, Montana yesterday, NBC's Ali Vitale asked a Trump supporter and mother of 2 daughters about the accusations against Kavanaugh.
Groping a woman, which is, what is that, at 18? I mean, how many guys, think that's no big deal? Even back then, it was, it's not a big deal. It doesn't just take away from his character and his job to do what he needs to do as a Supreme Court nominee. If he was pro-abortion, the liberals wouldn't be fighting this hard. We're all sick and tired of hearing about the Kavanaugh thing because it's not supported by any facts or evidence whatsoever.
That's crazy, ain't it? Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Wow. So you mean to tell me that these women for Cosby who were caught lying in multiple hearings, been caught lying, and one of them actually admitted to lying. Janice Dickinson, look that up. Janice Dickinson was being caught of lying, and also there's plain records and plain manifestos that Cosby wasn't even in Philadelphia for the time that Constant is accusing him for. So now we have to believe these women, because mind you, they didn't come with no evidence whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? They didn't come with evidence whatsoever. But we have to believe those women, and we don't. We shouldn't believe the women going against Kavanaugh. Nah, see, this is white supremacy at work. But it even gets better. Check this part out.
A scout, he's, because one woman made an allegation. Sorry, I don't buy it.
But in the grand scheme of things, my goodness, there was no intercourse. There was maybe a touch.
Right.
Can we really? 36 years later, she's still stuck on that? Had it happened?
I mean, we're talking about a 15-year-old girl, which I respect. I'm a woman, I respect. And we're talking about a 17-year-old boy in high school with testosterone running high. Tell me what boy hasn't done this in high school. Please, I would like to know.
You hear these white women? Actually, one of them I think was Latina, but she's a fucking coon, so whatever. But do you hear these white women coming at Brett Kavanaugh, basically defending him? Nah, so who cares? A 17-year-old boy, it doesn't really matter. But yet for Cosby, oh, he was drugging bitches. That was the 80s. Everybody was on drugs. He was drugging bitches. They don't give a fuck about that. They give a fuck about, him giving them Quaaludes. You know what I'm saying? And but when you question, so what color are the pills of Quaaludes? They were little blue pills. Quaaludes are white. And then the whole argument start falling apart. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. And that's what white supremacy does. White supremacy does, listen, we're under this I'm white and I say so narrative rhetoric law. All right? So if you're black, guess what? Whatever you do, that I do the same thing, you're gonna get punished instead of me. Because why? I'm white and I have a system that protects me. You know what I'm saying? That's what white supremacy does. And that's how white supremacy protects itself. And the thing is, if you get people coming at you saying, you're a rape apologist, remember, Cosby is not in jail for rape. He's not in jail for rape. All right? So let's get that 100% clear. But people will come at you and then just ask them, clearly, just ask them, okay, if Cosby is there for rape and you care about women, what about Brett Kavanaugh? Do you believe these women coming off at Brett? You know what I'm saying? Do you believe, what was going on? If they say yes, okay, so how come those thousands and thousands of white men that's been accused by the Me Too movement, how come they're not facing any charges? Ask them that. And once they start trolling, saying, fuck you, dude, fuck you, man, that's when you're like, okay, I already see what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's it. They're a white supremacist, sympathizer. You feel me? Because that's what white supremacy does. You know what I mean? Now, let's get into the topic. The topic of the show today is Latino collaborators. Basically, the reason why I put collaborators is because, YouTube and Apple, but what I really mean is Latin coons. That's who I'm talking about. Latin coons, alright? Now, who's a Latin coon and how can you spot one? I'll break all of that down right now. Now, the main reason why I want to make this this part is because recently, first of all, I want to give a big shout out to all my haters, alright? A huge shout out to all my haters. You know who you are. Recently, I was on this live stream and I was just, messaging the person I was on the live stream with, and somebody came into the room and just started, asking a bunch of, bullshit questions or whatever. And, this person ended up getting blocked, right? This person ended up getting blocked. Actually, hold on. Let me just change the music right quick. There we go. Okay. So, the person gets blocked, right? And my man, for some reason, starts going off on me. Mind you, I don't know nothing about this until later on. But this is YouTube. I'm showing it up right now. Alright? So my man starts calling me a traitor. Starts calling me a traitor to the brown community. Starts calling me all types of shit because I talk about going against white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? My man called me a bullet lover. That's the first time I've ever heard that term at all, baby. A bullet lover. That's the first time I ever heard that shit. I'm like, a bullet lover, but my man, specified. You bullet, the one in Super Mario World. What color is that? Basically, he called me a nigga lover. That's basically what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So, if you see this person's picture, which I know it's not, but if it is, then I don't really care or take anything serious from a person that doesn't have any facial hair, right? So it is what it is. Now, my thing is, I didn't get into this shit because I wanted to make friends, alright? I didn't get into this shit because I wanted to get acceptance, alright? I didn't get into this shit because I wanted to see what could happen if I'm edgy. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You feel me? I got into this shit because I'm extremely passionate about it. I got into this shit because I want to actually unite the Latin community, you know what I'm saying? And get ourselves from that European mindset. Once we get ourselves from that European mindset, then we're going to start seeing who the real enemies are, which is white supremacy. And the thing is, with the Latin community, we have a lot of bullshit that we want to be accepted by white people a lot. But let me get into that in a little minute. Now, I know I was going to get a lot of hate. Coming to this shit, I know I was going to get a lot of hate. I'm not confused about it. You feel me? I'm not confused about it. I'm not, delusional, saying that everybody's gonna like me, everybody's gonna like my energy. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I knew I was gonna get hate. I knew I was gonna get love. You know what I'm saying? I'm new to this shit, so I already know niggas are gonna try to fill me out. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew what time it was. But the biggest backlash that I've been getting isn't from black people. Not at all. Are not from black people. The biggest backlash that I'm getting are not from even white people themselves. What you would think. You would think me going against white supremacy every fucking day in, day out, me studying it, going on Twitter, Instagram, exposing the shit. You would think white people were coming at me, coming at me, threatening me. No, you'll be wrong, baby. Oh, you will be so wrong. The biggest people coming at me at my neck has been them damn Latin people. Latinos. Yo, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Those are the biggest people coming at me. This person represents that. And I'm gonna read, again, just for the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read what my man said. And I'm actually going to answer him on this shit. You know what I'm saying? By the way, he calls himself a native supremacy. Basically, he's a Native American, right? He's a Native American, but he calls himself a native supremacist. Right? Alright, he's a Native American. Just keep that in mind. Alright? This involves everybody, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, this is just one person that happened today, this day, where I was like, yo, fuck it, let me just go in. You feel me? Now, he first comments on another video I was on, and he says, you're a traitor hanging out with bullets. You're a bullet lover. Once again, I already told you what bullet lover means. He means nigga lover, alright? And if you don't get the memo, look at the giant bullets from Super Mario World, blah, 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 what color they are. So he just reconfirming what, again, if you guys want to read this, go to my Twitter, my Instagram. You feel me? Radical_Latino_. You know what I mean? Now, not only does he go to another video and comments, my man comes at my video, which was the last episode that I did, debating Didi, you know? My man comes at me. And then this is very interesting. He says, I got more respect for the Scenarios 13 than you. You, mother, and, you know, fill in. Now, if you guys actually don't know who the Scenario 13 is, the Scenario 13s are a LA gang. You know what I mean? They're a LA gang. For what I've researched, they are, some people are saying they're actually connected to white supremacist organizations. That's what they say. I don't know if I haven't confirmed it yet, but this is what I've read. This is what I've read. This is what I found out. I don't know. I can't really put too much on that. But this is very telling. My man calls himself a Native American, right? Which most Latinos are phenotypically Native American. So me and him, we're the same. You know what I mean? This is the reason why I'm making this episode. Me and him, we're the same. You know what I'm saying? We're both black, you know? But my man is coming at me saying, call me a traitor. Now, why do you think he's calling me a traitor? Traitor on what? What am I trading? What am I a traitor of? I'm going against white supremacy, right? So what should I be? What am I fucking up my culture for? You know what I'm saying? What am I doing? He never answers me, but we're gonna get deep into this. And the last thing he writes is, "You are a traitor to the brown community, you motherfucker." Right? So I just laugh at this shit, but it's very funny that somebody would actually, you know, go out and go to someone else's video and do that. You know what I'm saying? I find that very funny because that shows that whatever I say, whatever I'm saying, is actually hitting home. And my man doesn't see himself as native. My man doesn't see himself as a minority. My man doesn't see himself as an other. What my man sees himself is as white. That's what he sees himself as. Because if that wasn't the case, then what am I a traitor of? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing crazy about Latin people. I'm very critical of the Latin community. I'm extremely critical of the Latin community. I'm extremely critical of the fact that we're professional piggybackers and we benefit from the struggle of the black community this whole goddamn time. And we've never been reciprocal to the black community. That's what I'm very critical of. But to Latin people, I'm not critical whatsoever. The only thing I ever want to do is take the European mindset from the Latin community and break off of that. Because a lot of Latinos, we classify ourselves as white. We look at ourselves as white. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm very critical of. That's what I'm trying to get out of. You know what I mean? But to him, I'm a traitor. So whenever somebody, I'm going to get real deep. Whenever somebody, especially your own kind, is going up against you, it's because you're actually saying some deep shit. You're hitting on some things that they don't want to hear. They know about it, they're not oblivious about it, but they don't want to accept it. So when I talk about other communities that certain people are part of, and their skin kind of gives them a privilege, and I'm pointing it out, and I'm talking about it, that's the type of shit that gets people pissed off. Because a lot of people like this, natives, Indians, Latinos, whatever, who are in the, you know, non-white class, but could pass for white. Remember, the key word is pass. That doesn't mean that they are. They're passed. They're allowed to get certain privileges, not everything, but allowed. Once they don't allow you, you're basically another black person. You feel me? But anyway, these certain people, once they're allowed to get certain things, and you call them out on their hypocrisy, on their fence sitting, because basically that's what you gotta do. You gotta choose a side. You can't just keep on getting benefits from a certain community, but then also claim another community. That's why I never call white Latinos. I never call them that. I say that you're white. Why? Because you cannot claim a supremacist group and also claim the group that's being oppressed. You can't do that. You can't have both. You can't say I'm a slave and a master at the same time. That's not gonna happen. You can't do that. So that's why any person that's Latino and classifies themselves as white, you just excommunicated yourself. And that's what we gotta get into. These collaborators, these Latin coons, these minority coons who actually are on the fence because they could benefit from whichever way, that's what we gotta excommunicate. We gotta excommunicate them. Why? Because they're 100% not part of our interests. They're cancer in our own society. You know what I'm saying? Look at George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman is half Latino. Doesn't matter about that shit. People still call him Latino, but he's Latino. How can he do that? No, he's not Latino. He's a white person. He even said it himself. So don't put him in our category. Hell fucking no. Don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? All of these other Latin cops who have Latin last names or Hispanic last names, but claim white. No, that don't put them. You know what I'm saying? We gotta excommunicate those type of people out of our system. You know? Don't excommunicate them out. They're coons of our community. You know what I'm saying? That's what white people do all the goddamn time. All the goddamn time. How many white people did you find out that they have so-and-so in their bloodline? You know what I'm saying? They have so-and-so, a bunch of little hillbilly rednecks in their bloodline. You never would have figured that out because guess what? They have that 6th degree of separation, and that's what we gotta practice. That 6th degree of separation. Coons are cancer to our society. So that's what I'm talking about now. Latin coons, they're cancer to our society. If they do not think that they're native or black, get them the fuck out. Point blank period. That's all you gotta do. And also, if they are thinking that they are this way, yes, I consider myself black and native, whatever the case is, and they start spewing white supremacy's rhetoric, get them the fuck out. That's what we gotta do. That's exactly what we gotta do. So everything that I've been saying, that shit hit this dude hard. That shit just hit this guy harder. You know what I'm saying? This guy said, God damn, this person is pulling the wool off my eyes, man. I don't feel comfortable listening to this guy. So he had to say something. He had to say something. I'm a traitor to... I never said nothing about Latin people are, you know, better off not being alive. I never said nothing like that. I never said nothing like that. The only thing I've said was I'm very critical of the Latin community. The only thing I said that the Latin community has to unify as a group, think the same way, get ourselves out of that European mindset, and actually see if we can actually be reciprocal to the black community and get them stuff. That's what I've said. And you call me a traitor off of that? Really? I'm a traitor off of that? God damn. Then I want to see what not a traitor is. You feel me? I really want to see what a non-traitor is. You know what I'm saying? I really want to see. Alright, let me get back into my fucking gangster music shit. Ah, there we go. Alright. Okay. So, yeah, sorry guys. I just had to get a lot off my chest. I had to change. I had to change the music because I needed you guys to feel the energy. You feel me? But yeah, this is, you know, these are the things that I already knew was gonna happen. I already knew I wasn't gonna get love all the time, but you know, it is what this is expected. You know what I mean? And if you guys want to also follow the same way and the same mindset, guess what? This is expected. You know what I mean? But anyway, listen, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Remember, hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at the same name, radical_Latino_. And remember, I have a YouTube channel. Go to YouTube at the same name, The Radical Latino. Go to YouTube, subscribe, and see all the videos and all that other stuff. Let's start a conversation, alright? Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Peace.